Alex Jones runs InfoWars, which is a site that is dedicated to spreading shit upon the American ears and eyes, attacking the families of the Sandy Hook victims. And if you guys don't know, Sandy Hook was a mass shooting that happened in 2012. This is to try to figure out how much he should be paying the people who he wronged. And I think they explained that.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Mark Bankston. And
Yeah,
I'm here
baby.
to talk to you about 2 rules first. Well, we would if we were clicking, wouldn't we?
Sorry.
Let's see if we can get that going. Not a problem. Mark Bankston, I first want to talk to you about 2 rules.
2 rules.
This is the first rule. You can't recklessly tell lies about someone. You can't do it. If you do it, and you cause someone damage, you're responsible. This is the second rule. You can't recklessly tell lies about something important to someone. In this case, like the death of their child. If you do that, you know you're going to cause them harm. You're responsible for that. You're here because those rules are broken. And they were broken in a way in which the world has never seen before. InfoWars is one of the nation's most popular and widely watched media networks. Now, some of you may be forgiven for not knowing about Mr. Jones or the fact that InfoWars is one of our widely watched news networks. And the reason is because we now live in a world of bubbles. We now live in a world where we all watch different things. We don't all just turn on the news on one of the 3 major networks and watch it back in like the 1950s. We now live in a world where significant parts of this country get their information from things that other parts of the country would never even see. And over the last decade, Mr. Jones has become incredibly influential.
Let's hear the defense.
All right, you may proceed.
May it please the court.
Yes.
We heard a lot about rules at the beginning of the personal injury lawyer's presentation. I'm going to tell you the most important rule I learned as a young lawyer.
The personal injury lawyer? Go fuck yourself. He shit it all over you.
In case anybody can't read my handwriting, that says do not lie to the jury
Okay.
if you hope to get the verdict that you've requested. What we heard was a conspiracy of lies. The truth is going to come from that witness stand. It's going to be in the documents, the records, the evidence.
And what is that truth?
My mentor, who I'm lucky enough to have sitting at this table with me,
Wait a second. Is this?
told me a long time ago to keep track of the other side's opening statement and write down their misrepresentations. So you can come back to the jury in closing argument and show they haven't kept their word. You see, a lawyer's opening statement is not like a politician's speech. And I'm honored to represent him, not because I agree with everything that he says, but because I believe in his right to say it.
Oh, yeah.
And I believe in every American's right to choose what they watch and what they listen to and what... Mr. Bankston's first lie came at 9:37 a.m. when he said that InfoWars was one of the most significant networks in the USA. In fact, the evidence will show that in 2018, InfoWars was completely deplatformed. You will not find InfoWars on YouTube.
Bullshit.
You will not find InfoWars on Facebook. You will not find InfoWars
Well, now,
on
yeah.
Twitter. You will find it absolutely nowhere. Mr. Jones has been canceled, punished for statements that are related to this case. Statements we don't dispute were wrong. I'm going to watch the videos. The videos are the most important part of this. Not cherry picking little snippets, but actually watching the videos. And I hope you hold the plaintiffs accountable. You're going to hear that Alex Jones was concerned about the government's response on the day of Sandy Hook.
It was exactly what fuck. It's exactly what you were saying, homie. Glazed. It was exactly what you were saying. The first lawyer comes out with a PowerPoint. He fucking looks like he prepared for shit. He had lines. Mark is killing the game. He came through with a strong beard, just telling all kinds of truths out of that mouth. And then you pull up with homie here. He's got the fucking comb back. He looks like if this dude showed up as your public defender, you're doing some fucking time, my guy. Look at his fucking beard. There's nothing there. Look at that smooth ass face. You're doing some fucking time. Bro, you could have all the, if this is your if he shows up to you with that fucking hair and he's sweating and shit like he's got 9 other cases, you're doing at least 15.
The defense would call Alex E. Jones.
All right, Mr. Jones, come stand in front of me, please. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm, under penalty of perjury, that the testimony you are about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Come have a seat.
Or things like that, and I would lose a bunch of stations, and I would gain more stations. But talk radio was mainly conservative.
Alex Jones likes to put on the paradigm that he's above the right-left paradigm. He's trying to be in the middle, right? I'm doing another herbal hand thing. He's trying to be in the middle. But he is so far to the right that you can't even fucking see him. The middle is here. He's fucking here. He's over here where my fucking water is. He's fucking all the way over here. But
165,230,000.
So what was the point of that?
Can you tell the members of the jury how much of that represents profit versus just gross revenue?
It depends on what.
Did you see that? I don't know either. But like, if I was if I owned as many businesses and shell corporations as him, I would know the answer. But
how
look,
much of that represents profit versus just gross revenue?
he's like, oh, fuck.
It depends on what product it is. Some products make 20%.
The truth is, you and your company want the world to believe that this judge is rigging this court proceeding to make sure that a script, a literal script, is being followed. That's what you want the world to believe, right?
Aren't I barred from talking about this?
I'm asking you the question, Mr. Jones. Answer
The
the
way court works is you answer a question until there's an objection.
Let me
Okay,
ask you the question again, Mr. Jones. Make sure you understand it very clearly.
Am I barred from talking about
You
this?
and your company want the world to believe that this judge is rigging this court proceeding so that a script, and I mean a literal script, is being followed. That's what you want the world to believe. That's what InfoWars wants.
I believe when you're given a court order that you cannot say you're innocent, that's not America, and the court order's right there on the table. I've been told I can't say I'm innocent.
So you need to answer the question that is asked.
He's so worried.
Yes or
He's
no?
so
That's the
scared. You see, they're bringing up the shit from today. He's not expecting them to bring the shit from a couple hours ago. My boy Mark is coming with that fire.
You want the world to believe.
No, I believe the jury's real, and I believe that I'm innocent until proven guilty, and I believe a jury should decide my guilt.
Your Honor, at this time, we'd like to offer a clip from InfoWars on Friday for the purposes of impeachment, in which those exact words are said.
All right?
Let's go ahead and play that.
So that's why the judge is rigging the court proceeding to make sure that the script, this is literally a script gets told in a certain way for future audiences.
That man's name is Robert Barnes?
Yes.
Okay. That's InfoWars?
Yes.
He was hosting your show on the 29th?
Yes.
Well, you were on the show for part of the 29th, correct? You were in the courtroom part of it, on your show part of it.
I believe so.
You say, Mr. Jones, that you're taking these court proceedings seriously. You're approaching them in good faith. But the truth of the matter is, you've been broadcasting repeatedly a picture of our judge on fire, haven't you?
Objection compound, Your Honor.
No.
Can I see it, please?
Yes, you may, Your Honor.
Plaintiff's 129 is admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Damn.
Can you display 129? Do you have the ability?
Let's display it, please.
The person on
Oh, bro. Oh, man. Do you have a picture of the judge? That's the justice.
the left of this image is our judge, correct?
Yes.
The person on the right is another judge you don't like, right?
Yes.
Okay. One of the things you've been talking about a lot recently on your show, even within the past couple months, is your allegation that government officials are aiding in pedophilia, child trafficking, and the grooming of children, right?
You mean like what Jeffrey Epstein did with the Clintons?
Sure, if that's a yes, is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. And on Thursday, you and InfoWars started connecting those allegations to our judge, didn't you?
No.
In fact, Mr. Jones, you're telling the world not to believe what happens in this courtroom.
Commission got caught doing it a lot. There's been a lot of that here.
I'm not asking you that, Mr. Jones. I'm asking you, you're telling the world not to believe what's happened in this trial because this judge is involved with CPS, who is working with child traffickers and pedophilia, correct?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time, we would like to show a clip from Mr. Jones' show on...
Bitch! Why do you even answer? Why do you even answer? He has the clips, bruh. Why do you even...
Because this judge is involved with CPS, who is working with child traffickers and pedophilia, correct?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time, we would like to show a clip from Mr. Jones' show on Thursday where those words are said.
For impeachment
For
purposes.
impeachment purposes, yes, Your Honor.
You can't let him play that fucking tape. You can't fucking let him play that tape, Junior. You can't do it.
We'd argue this is impeachment on a collateral matter, not appropriate to get into improper impeachment.
Well, those are two different objections and a statement, so
Judge Maya Gamble comes from CPS, who has been exposed for human trafficking and working with pedophiles.
That's what you mean when you say you're taking this seriously.
I take this as serious as cancer.
You remember that?
Well, that's deplatforming. Because
The objection non-responsive. Do you remember what I was saying?
just answer the question,
No, I don't.
Mr. Jones. Thank you.
See this email right here? You've seen it a few times in this lawsuit, haven't you?
yes,
This is Mr. Watson warning you, not in June 2015, not in March 2015, but he is warning you in December 2015 that this Sandy Hook stuff is killing us, correct?
yes.
I think we can surmise pretty easily from this email that in July 2015 we did not put a ban on Sandy Hook. And in fact, there are videos that we don't have that Mr. Watson is talking about. Do you agree with me?
I mean, I don't know that, and that's us trying to not talk about it.
Is that what that is? That's you trying to... I think that's Mr. Watson telling you, Mr. Jones, a warning. Right?
No, I went...
So this email, along with every other email and every other text message that he brings up, is because his lawyer, Alex Jones's defense lawyer, accidentally sent the entire contents of Alex Jones' phone plaintiff attorney and said, "Is this privileged information?" And he could have said, "Yeah, this is privileged information. Don't use any of that." But instead, I don't know why, whether it was because he was embarrassed or whether because he's trying to sabotage Alex Jones, he said no, it's not privileged. So you can use it. And that's what they're doing.
Seen this text message? I guess you guys got Paul's. My phone didn't save them. So that's fine.
Your phone didn't save the second.
I told you guys I gave it to the lawyers and said that they drained the phone, they didn't find that stuff. I don't know how my phone's.
You gave it to the lawyers. They were supposed to find it. So that's what
You guys have all this stuff and you say we didn't give anything. It's
Mr.
ridiculous.
Jones, you know how an iPhone works, right?
Do you see? You guys say you have all this stuff, but you say we didn't give you anything. You give evidence in discovery. You don't give evidence just in the middle of the fucking trial when you want to get it done. No, you give evidence in discovery. Okay? You did not comply with discovery. So that is why your trial was default. Okay? You provide your evidence for defense during discovery.
You've had iPhone text messaging for several years now.
Yeah.
What does it mean if the messages are in blue? Whose messages are those? Whose phone is this taken from?
I don't know whose phone's taking them. I mean, I turned the phone over and said, take the stuff off.
Can I have you look in the very bottom below the very bottom left corner? Is that your phone number?
Yes.
Yeah. Whatever.
So you did get my text messages. And it said you didn't. Nice trick.
Yes, Mr. Jones.
Oh.
Indeed. You didn't give this text message to me. You don't know where this came from. Do you know where I got this?
No.
Do you know where I got this? This is coming. This is so awesome. All right. I need to pay attention to Alex Jones's face.
Mr. Jones, did you know that 12 days ago, your attorneys messed
So
up
long ago.
and sent me an entire digital copy of your entire cell phone with every text message you've sent for the past 2 years, and when informed, did not take any steps identify it as privileged or protected in any way. And as of 2 days ago, it fell free and clear into my possession. And that is how I know you lied to me when you said you didn't have a text message about saying that.
See, I told you the truth. This is your Perry Mason moment. I gave them my phone, and then
Mr. Jones, you need to answer the question.
No,
Did you know this happened?
no, I didn't know this happened. But I mean, I told you I gave them the phone over.
But just
And
answer the question.
you said in your deposition, you searched your phone. You said you pulled down the text, did the search function for Sandy Hook. That's what you said, Mr. Jones, correct?
And I had several different phones with this number, but I did, yeah. Well, of course. I mean, that's why you got it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We filed an emergency motion for protection this morning. I want to outline a little bit of the facts behind that. A couple weeks before trial, a file transfer link was sent to the plaintiff's attorneys, specifically Mr. Bankston. That link linked up a lot of files that shouldn't have been connected.
So he's right now trying to cover up for the fact that he sent an entire digital copy of Alex Jones's phone to fucking the plaintiff's attorneys. And I guess this is his excuse, some sort of link.
Do it. Mr. Bankston immediately recognized that the files contained therein were confidential, attorney-client privilege, and contained medical records of people, a whole variety of things that should not be turned over. And he pointed that out to me, and I responded to him. He said, I take it this was sent in error. And I responded to him and I said, it has been sent in error. Please disregard the link. I will work on preparing a new one. Very, very concerning to us. And that's why we are asking for the relief that they return all the documents, that they destroy any copies that they have. Another thing that's concerning, and I have to, that is grounds for a mistrial, Your Honor. And that's why, in addition to the request that they delete the information from their servers,
Of course.
and delete the link, we're also requesting at this point, unfortunately, a mistrial.
Sure. Let's correct all of that, Your Honor.
All right, this is gonna be fucking awesome. So right now, the defense attorney just said, all the stuff I sent over to him, I told him he wasn't supposed to use, and he used it anyway. Mistrial. I want a mistrial. In fact, the plaintiffs seem like they want a mistrial. I don't really want a mistrial, but I'm requesting one because they fucked up so hard. No, that's not how it works, okay? Mark, a.k.a. Fat White Jesus, shut his bitch ass down, please.
First, let me just go through the facts that they were said. This link of materials was sent to me. It was sent to Mr. Ogden. It was sent by Mr. Reynolds' legal assistant, also to Mr. Reynolds, also to Mr. Magliola. Okay? As I informed Mr. Reynolds, we started downloading those materials. I was busy on trial prep. I told my paralegal, get these on our server, download everything there. All right. A little bit after he gets this stuff downloading, it's like, wait a second, this file that we now have on our server has clogged up our entire server. It's like 300 gigs. What's going on? So at that point, which again, materials in my possession.
300.
At that point, I notified Mr. Reynolds, and under Rule 193.3 about inadvertent production. All right. It's funny to me that in this motion, Mr. Reynolds actually blocked quotes 193.3 so I know he knows how to read it. What he still hasn't done, at the moment he is up here requesting a mistrial, is he hasn't followed the rule. Even today, late has not followed the rule. The rule requires that production is, any privilege is waived. Any privilege is waived if within 10 days, or if you order a shorter time, but within 10 days, the producing party of when they actually discover, so 10 days from the moment I told them, that they identify specifically the material or information produced and state the privilege asserted. I have not heard any privilege. I have never heard a privilege asserted over any document. I certainly have not had specific documents identified and what their privilege is. If that happens, and he does identify specific material or information, we must return the specified material information while the court rules on the privilege. None of that has happened.
So he's saying that there is a process to getting that information back, right? Within 10 days of him letting the other attorney know, hey, you sent me privileged information, you weren't supposed to send this. You have 10 days in order to say, oh shit, I'm gonna verify what exactly is privileged, what that privilege is. Because you can't just say something is privileged. It's like, okay, why is this protected? Well, this has to do with my health and it has nothing to do with the lawsuit. Okay, sure, that's protected. Why is this protected? Well, this is how much money I make and how much. Oh, no, that's not protected. Come on, bring that over. You know what I'm saying? So, you have to identify what is protected and how it is protected before. You can't just say, all right, send me the shit back and I'll send it back to you. No, you have to say specifically what's protected, what's not protected, why is it protected? And he did not do that. Instead, he comes to court and is like, that's not fair that you use the items that I gave you against me. Well, after 10 days, I can use them, according to the law. So, yeah, those 10 days are up, bruh. They were up 2 days ago.
What's interesting to me is this is not the first time that materials like this have been inadvertently produced in this case. As you may remember from prior hearings, Mr. Barnes inadvertently produced materials.
Mr. Jones said that there was an intimate photo of his wife on the phone. That I can also confirm that's true. And I normally wouldn't talk about that in public, but there is a public interest angle into this, is that I'm a little concerned about it, because that intimate photo was sent to Roger Stone. And I don't know if that was consensual. And if it wasn't consensual, and Mrs. Wolf Jones should know about that, and there might be something that needs to be done about that. And again, it could be
He sent a nude pic of his wife to rat fucker extraordinaire Roger Stone. Do you guys not know who Roger Stone is? Let me show you who fucking Roger Stone is.
Insulting me, this will be over. You can run back to the judge like a little.
Yep.
Better do it quick.
Before you're disbarred.
Stop.
Mr. Clayton.
No further questions.
Here we go. So this is the punitive damages for Alex Jones.
Seal, please. Thank you.
But keep in mind that punitive damages are capped at $750K. So they can give you $1 million, $1 billion, trillion in punitive damages, and you only have to pay $700. Yeah. Also, the jury's not allowed to know about that because that could affect the compensatory damages. That could affect how much money they give to the for compensatory damages, right? Because if they know that punitive damages are capped, that could make them say, okay, let's do $100 million in compensatory damages because he's only going to pay $750 for, Anyway, let's get into what he has to pay. Well, he's not going to pay, but you know what I mean.
$4,200,000. Question number 2, $20,500,000. Question number 3, $20,500,000. All right. This question is addressed to my jury. Is this your verdict? So say each and all of you. Yes. Thank you very much. Would the attorneys like to examine the verdict?
No.
All right. Then I'm going to accept this as a verdict of the jury and order that the clerk enter it upon the minutes of the court. All right.